Ahmed, what's up, man? Thank you for joining us today. Pleasure to have you on the channel. Everyone meet Ahmed, one of my students, has been doing Amazon for a few months now and is absolutely crushing it. Real quick, Ahmed, to kind of kick things off, man, like give us some background on yourself, your work. I know you're in school right now, why you started selling and all that good stuff. If you want to give us a rundown real quick.
All right, so first of all, I'm 17 years old. I'm still in high
Oh, bro,
school.
you're 17. Hold up, wait, you're not even 18 yet?
No,
Oh God. Okay, great. Okay, that's something I just learned myself. I thought you were 18. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, no, I'm 17. Um, I'm still in high school. I'm a senior in high school right now. I'm gonna finish in around December. Um, I'm obviously from Palestine. I've used to play basketball, but then I quit around a year ago. Now I usually lift and I go on about my life. I like to be out and stuff. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what. Yeah.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Nice. Now as far as like the business goes, I mean, how long you've been in some for what, like 5, 6 months?
Yeah, around, I guess you could say 5 months, seriously,
Okay,
like taking it serious, yeah.
5 months, 5 months. And I know we spoke about this before the actual, like before we had this call, but just so you can kind of inform everyone on the in the call, like what have you done in the last 10 days?
The last 10 days, I done 10.6K.
10.6K in revenue. Today alone was like 2 grand, correct?
Yeah, around 2 grand, yeah.
Okay, fire.
Yeah.
And in the last 6 months altogether, like how much have you done in sales and profit so far?
In the last 6 months, I've made sales. I think the other day, I think earlier I checked, it was around 60K from like the beginning of the year now, but I didn't really start making sales until
Oh,
like
but then keep in mind though, real quick, not to cut you off, but 2025 just started like, you know,
5 months ago. Yeah.
has it been 5 months?
Yeah, it's May, yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah, like 5 months. All right, cool. So
Yeah.
5 months. Okay.
But my point is, like, I didn't even start making sales, like good sales until like March, like mid-March, and after that, I just like blew up. Like last month, I did around it was 27K. This
Nice.
month, I'm already at 18. The month before that, I was at 5. So like within 3 months, I guess you could say I did 60K.
Nice. All right, cool. Yeah. So I mean, like the first 2 months are more of like a learning curve.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously understanding the business, kind of getting a feel for getting a feel for everything. And now you're pretty much at a point where you're hitting some pretty massive numbers. You're getting a really good feel for it at this point. I mean, you're almost at 20K in 16 days. So that's a little bit over $1,000 a day at this point. Um,
yeah.
dude, let me ask you, like, I'm being 17 years old, printing, thousands of dollars a month in revenue. Like, how is making this type of income from Amazon like helped you so far in your life? And what did that allow you to do?
I mean, it's helped me to learn what discipline can do. I mean, as soon as you like just put your head into something and like you like just like focus and like just do what you actually want to do, you'll achieve anything you'd want. That's what something I learned is because the past 3 months I've put in the most work that I've probably put in like ever since I started, and that's where I've seen the most growth. And it also teaches me like the scheme of business. So in the future, if I want to open any other businesses, I'll have some like type of experience, I guess you could say.
Got you. Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, like getting a feel for business early on is something that is, money can't buy. Obviously, experiences are everything. So I'm right there with you. But
Yeah, I guess.
dude, that's awesome. I mean, but everyone who ran a business knows that it didn't come easy, right? So for you, Ahmed, like what were the biggest challenges for you starting out? And how has the mentorship with those challenges, helped you?
Okay, the first challenge that I took, and it was like a very hard challenge, was me when I first had to get in. I had to get into debt. Like I
Yeah.
took debt just so I can get in, just to
I
even start.
I was the same way. There you go. All right, bro. We're on the same page. Yeah, yeah, go
I
ahead.
had to take debt, and that was like my main motivation to just get this thing going.
Yeah.
And then what helped that so much was the mentorship, like all the resources. Mainly what helped me so much from the mentorship, aside from the resources that you gave and like teaching, was the networking that I had. Like the opportunity to be networking with these other people that are like doing good and selling and stuff like that helped a ton.
Dude, 100%. Funny, I can relate to you because when I first started, I went into debt too. Like I got a loan
Yeah.
up. Well, I used initially like some of my graduation money, then I also had some money from family. So, I mean, dude, it's definitely not like in the beginning you're kind of like nervous because now you have to make it work because obviously it's debt. By
Yeah,
the way, for
exactly.
everyone watching, I don't recommend starting out with debt. I always say I recommend starting with your own capital just to get proof of concept, then go into debt, right? To leverage
Yeah,
debt. I think it's funny when I say go into debt, but to leverage debt, I mean.
yeah,
But I mean, hey, you made it work, bro. You're a straight shooter. So I mean, I'm props to you on that, which is huge.
yeah.
And the networking, absolutely. I say this all the time, right? The fact you're able to network with other sellers, see what they're doing, replicating that back in your business, like, I mean, I'm sure that's helped you expedite your process of learning, trial and error. Because think about it, had you done this all by yourself, do you really think you'd be where you are right now, realistically?
No way. Yeah, no way, no way. I mean, hey, let me tell you something. I tried doing this by myself last year in July. After my first product, I just quit. I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work out well. But then I learned about your mentorship, and then like I learned like about networking and all that. 3 months later, no, it was around 4 months later, I guess you could say, because I did my first product in August. I failed completely, like sourcing. Like I sent to FBA and I lost money, and I was like, yeah, just let me not do this.
Yeah,
And then I learned about you around December, I guess you could say, and then after that, I just went on with it.
tapped in. Yeah, for sure, dude. No, I'm definitely happy that you made that move, and obviously you are where you are now. Um, Now let me ask you, like, for you, I gotta ask you as far as sourcing goes, like, what do you think has been the best, sourcing strategy, or I guess your favorite sourcing strategy that's allowed you to kind of get where you are?
Oh, definitely storefront stocking. Storefront stocking is like okay. This is like my method. I'm gonna like drop some sauce right here.
Let's
I
hear
would
it out. Hear it
storefront
out.
stock any store like any brands or items that I found that were very good. After like I storefront stacked that storefront, I would go ahead and keep it like what is it KPF it. I would KPF it and find more products and then find more storefronts and just like a loophole.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. Your KPI filtering the storefronts and then obviously pulling out the best products within those storefronts, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's one of the things we went over in one of our calls. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a really fire strategy for sure. I not no one talks about that too. So I mean that's definitely some low key game right there. I'm not
yeah,
why that's fire. Yeah. I respect.
yeah.
But yeah, dude, let me ask you, like, why did Ahmed, why did you decide to get a mentor? Nowadays everyone is skeptical about fakes, scams, and get rich quick schemes. Like, what should someone look for when picking a mentor to help guide them and scale their business?
What somebody should be looking for a mentor, they should be looking for um how do I say this? They should not be looking at the person themselves of what they're doing. They should be looking at what their students are doing, because their students are pretty much their proof of their teaching and their mentorship. And what made me go into your mentorship was me seeing the proof of your other students doing crazy numbers. I was like, there's no way. Like I just you know the opportunity is like right there. They should also look at like usually they have YouTube videos like how you had. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, like they should definitely go to the YouTube videos and stuff like that. Check them out, see how they like it, and then go
100%.
on from there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best sayings is like a master will never um, speak of his own successes. His students will do that for him. So I mean,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
really
One
got
hundred
right on that.
percent.
Yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, again, like you're 17, you're young. You're like a 17-year-old investing in themselves is something you don't really hear a lot of. So, for you, I mean, do you feel like mindset's been a big thing in helping you succeed and scale your business to where you are right now?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. 100%.
Cool. Dude, yeah, and like, let me ask you, what made you exactly pick me and my team to help you to pretty much help you scale this thing and kick it off?
What made you pick? What made me pick your team was the proof of concept. Like I said, the proof of concept was right there. Usually, you don't like. I'm being honest. Like usually with a lot of mentorships, you don't see the proof of concept. You just see like, oh hi, this is my mentorship. This is how much I did. Blah blah blah. Like they don't really talk about like what they give you. They don't talk about like which is what you did. You talked about what you give. You give value. Um and you value time obviously, which is like very important. And then the proof of concept, like I said.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Bro, for sure. And Ahmed, last question. A lot of people watching this are on the edge, right? They want to start, but they're not sure if, this Amazon thing will work. What is your honest best advice to those people?
The way I think of it, I'm just gonna give you like a little mindset quote is like I mean you also said this too, I got this from you. Your worst case scenario
Yeah,
is right like what you are right now. So
Yeah,
if you fail is like what you are right now. And if you're not gonna invest in yourself at this age, at this young age, then when are you gonna invest in yourself? Because if you're not gonna invest in yourself at this age, then when you're around 40, 35, 45, it's almost like too late. Like you have
100%.
things to lose at that age. At this
Yeah,
age, you don't have things to lose.
exactly.
Yeah.
And even in general, like you said, bro. I mean, your worst case scenario, quote unquote, like you said. I said this a lot in my videos, and I love how you use this. Are most people's best case scenario, so you might as well take a risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple.
Exactly. Your worst case
So
scenario is like what you're pretty much at right now.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Bro, Ahmed, I mean, dude, you're killing it. You're already at 20,000, probably about $20,000 for the month so far in revenue. Uh,
Yeah.
what are you looking to achieve this month? What is your goal? What are you trying to hit this month in revenue? What's your revenue goal this month?
At least 35. At
35?
least. At least 35.
Yeah.
And maybe even a 40. Probably a 40. Probably
Yeah.
a
All
40.
right, cool. And what are your goals like in the future? Are you looking to scale into Walmart now that we got that on the way too? Is
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about
100%. Yeah, that's one of my goals. And one of my goals is for Q4 in one of the months, whether it's October, November, December, is to make at least 10 to 15K profit
profit. Yeah. You'll that's
just in
honestly,
one month.
I really feel like you're lowballing yourself. I think you're gonna exceed that. I think you're gonna exceed that a lot.
Yeah.
Um, my first Q4 I did like 30, and then the next Q4 was like 50, 60. So I think
Yeah.
I think you'll end up hitting like 50, honestly. Like
Yeah.
don't underestimate yourself, trust me. It's all about
Yeah.
I mean, you know how it is. When Q4
Yeah,
comes,
yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
your
Yeah.
biggest issue is gonna be allocating capital. That's gonna be your biggest issue.
Exactly. That's pretty much my biggest issue right now, especially because I don't have credit cards. I'm
I was about to
going straight
say,
off cash.
yeah, I was about to say you don't even have any credit. Damn, dude. Had you had credit, you'd be doing
Yeah, I don't even have credit. I only have because I know you also like give the opportunity to be getting credit and stuff like that on your
on
in your
there. Yeah,
mentorship.
yeah.
I was like, damn, if only I was 18, like I could really be doing that.
When's your birthday?
November.
All right. Okay. Ooh, that's a little bit. Damn, you just turned 17. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. That's crazy. Wow. So you joined my mentorship like right when you turned 17, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Literally when as soon as I joined, like literally like, yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Actually, yeah, literally the first
Nice.
week I
Dude. Um, yeah, that's awesome. Well, Ahmed, thanks again for coming on here, sharing your experience. I
yeah,
hope
no
next
problem.
few months we can do another interview of you, hitting 100K months. I think that should be our
Yeah,
next.
hopefully, man.
Um,
Hopefully.
but yeah, everyone, thank you guys for tuning in. And Ahmed, once again, bro, let's keep crushing it, running up this bag, and I'll see you in a few months with those 100K months. Yeah,
For sure, man.
let's get it. All right, brother.
Let's get
Peace.
it. Peace out.